Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to All About Racing for the fifth week of F1 25, the fifth round of the season in F1 Power. Great apologies for the late start. Had some issues with the stream and then had some issues with the Wi-Fi as well. It was playing up whilst I was trying to get the stream going. So, here at Singapore for the fifth round. Got a good amount of time of qualifying left, 13 minutes. So, to the track, just over 5 kilometres in length, 3.1 miles, 2 DRS zones. There are 19 corners around this place, of course, altered since 2023 with the long straight now from 14 to 7.15. The C5 soft, C4 medium and C3 hard tyre are going to be used, the softest sets in the Pirelli of 5 compounds. And on to the standings. Link still leading the championship. Big D in second, QX Gamer in third, fourth is E-Golf and Famous Wayne in fifth, sixth is Mikey G, seventh is Atmos, eighth is Mr. Beefy Boy Pigs in ninth, and 10th is Andrea Borg. Constructor standings, Williams leading the way, Mercedes in second, Sauber third, fourth Haas, fifth Racing Bulls, 6th Red Bull, 7 Alpine, McLaren 8th, 9th Ferrari, and 10th is Aston Martin. Bear with me just 1 second. So, we're just watching RS there. We'll go to a driver who's not on a lap. Matt, or hasn't completed a lap, should I say. I think is on a lap. Matt F1. Oh, just clipping the wall there just before getting to the Anderson Bridge. Didn't invalidate the time, though. So, we carry on down into the final chicane of the lap. And around the final corner, and now I feel like an idiot because I've got the wrong track map up. I've got the old one, so let's try and get one of those. Multitask. Link still not set a lap. Mikey also Raz and Destroy on a lap, down in 17th at the moment. And just coming over the Anderson Bridge. And on towards turn 14. And now down the long straight, where they're going to get the correct track map up. I don't think the app is going to play ball today. That's annoying. A 1:28.9 for Raz and Destroy. Big D on a lap. Where did we say just where did we say just a second ago? Second in the championship, 129 points for him. He is 21 points behind the championship leader, Lynx, who has just come out on an outlap as well. So just coming around turn 13 on his way over the Esplanade Bridge. On to turn 14 now. Just trying to see if we can find the right hurt. Sorry if we're fiddling around. With it. As Big D goes 9th fastest, 129.3. It's still obviously very close between the top 10, only 5 tenths. And Andrea Borg taking the fastest lap. We didn't see him last week in... Now my mind's gone blank. Where were we last week? Bear with me. I will double check. Oh, of course, Baku last week. Yeah, he wasn't here last week, Andrea Borg, but sitting on provisional pole as Link set a time slowest overall, but I think is going around again on a second attempt. And just on his way now. Down towards the Anderson Bridge section. So just coming down this new flat out bit here, no DRS though down this part of the straight. And into 11th place for Lynx. Mikey GTI still yet to settle up. I wonder if he's got a qualifying ban. Diablo in the Alpine coming through 11 and 12. Now coming over the Esplanade Bridge. So Diablo, 9th fastest for him, did move up a few places. Mass F1 on a lap will ride with him over the Esplanade Bridge into turn 14, treacherous on the outside there, of course. And through to the final few corners and across the line, 15th for him that time around. Fast on a lap. Is he going faster? Only one driver not yet settled up. Well, okay. So, into turn 14 we go. We'll file fast. Down the hill into the final few corners. Raz and Destroy on provisional pole, another 10th faster than Andrea Borg. Wow, just a smidge under a 10th faster than last time around. F1 Riley in the pits. Quite a few still in the pits as well. Atmos just come out of the garage around turn 13, about to go into the final sector. And into the final few corners, the final chicane of the lap, quite treacherous on the inside there with the curb. And around the final couple of corners, Atmos stays where he is. He was a smidge faster than his previous attempt. So Mikey must be serving a qualifying ban. So Pigs to Fly going very, very slowly in the first part of Sector 2. Just about to come down Anderson's Boulevard. How long have we got left on the clock? Our app's not working properly, so I can't really rely on that time. And when the caution comes up, of course, the timer disappears. So just a few seconds to go in the session as we wait for the final few drivers to start their final laps. As Fish is not going to be able to do another lap. We've got a big stream of cars in that final sector. Of course, missing those few corners from a couple of years ago does make it quite a lot easier down that long straight now, of course, with no DRS. Or do we have DRS from this season? Maybe we do now. Was it this season or last season that came into play? So Pigs to Fly going slowly like he was earlier on. Everyone just trying to jostle to get a nice bit of space between each other, get a bit of that clear air in front of them. There's Andrea Borg on his final attempt now, coming down Anderson Boulevard. And over the Anderson Bridge into turn 13 at the hairpin. Watch out for your traction on the exit of the corner as you get close to that Pirelli sponsored wall on the outside. Over the Esplanade Bridge, get to the left-hand side, brake around 100 metres before the corner and keep an eye on the exit, especially for the white line as well. It can catch you out on track limits. Around the left-hander we go and down this short stretch. DRS is available down this straight. Around 17 and 18, turns 19 and 20. Up now the final two corners and across the line for Andrea Borg stays sixth fastest, which was only 1 millisecond faster than his previous attempts. Raz and Destroy still on provisional pole. Atmos not going faster this time around. RS coming up to the line, stays 8th. He was a third of a second faster than his last lap around. Famous Wayne around the final corner and goes on to pole position by just under 2/10 of a second. That came out of absolute nowhere as Diablo comes out of the final couple of corners now as well to complete his lap with I think Speckberg in front of him. And Diablo goes onto the front row as well. The track evolution right at the very end paid off for those two drivers. It's an RB and an Alpine on the front row for the start. Famous Wayne and Diablo starting first and second for the Singapore Grand Prix. The two Saubers doing very well inside that top 10 as well. 4th and 5th. We'll be back in a second for the rundown and the start of the Grand Prix. Right, so here's your final order of the top 10. Famous Wayne starting on pole, Diablo in second, third Present Destroy, fourth Atmos, fifth is Fish, sixth is Fast, seventh is Lynx, eighth is Andrea Borg, ninth is So Pigs to Fly, and 10th is RS. And we'll be up for the 31 laps to race around Singapore in a moment. There is just a minute or two breaks. We'll just go on pause for a second until the start of the formation lap. So, everyone getting away on the formation lap. Everyone down to 14th on the mediums, only two drivers on the hard. Big D, who had a disappointing qualifying, starting down in 15th. The driver who's second place in the championship, and Mikey GTI, who I believe had a qualifying ban for the race, for this race, should I say, is also starting on the hard tyre. I found in racing on a Monday myself that the hard tyre seems to be a really good race tyre in F1 25. There's your pit stop strategies: one stop medium to hard, or vice versa for the two that's starting on the hard zone. Then there's a two stop medium hard, but I don't think that's going to come into play at all. So we'll see a pit stop, as it said, around lap 15, something like that for the mediums, 13 to 15. Obviously a little bit longer for the two starting on the hards. We'll keep an eye on them at the back, how much they jump up from the starting position. They're not brilliant in the first couple of laps, the hard tyres. When you get to sort of lap 3, lap 4, they really do start coming into their own. And as I said, just very good at obviously managing the grip, being the hard tyre. And they do seem to have a lot of grip underneath them when it comes to having some fuel on board. And especially around street circuits as well. So, Famous Wayne coming up to the start-finish straight. Mikey GCI quite a long way back there, turn 14 coming out of there, I believe. So a long wait for those drivers starting towards the front, waiting for Mikey GCI, who is now got his way onto the grid, just lining up on the back row. 9 rows today, being 18 drivers. So, Famous Wayne on pole, Diablo alongside him, 5 red lights. and foot's flat to the floor here in Singapore, and Famous Wayne does get a good launch. Raz and Destroy does as well, already moves up a place as Diablo has to fight on the inside to keep position through turn 2 and 3 we go, out towards Raffles Boulevard we go now, through 4 and towards turn 5, and now blasting up through the gears down Raffles Boulevard. Of course, no DRS for the first lap as we go on, flying towards turn 7. Anyone going to make a move into turn 7? Probably the place on the circuit where you're most likely to make an overtake today. The Red Bull of Riley. Look to the inside there as we got to turn 8. Through turn 9 we go, down Anderson Boulevard. We're already at the Anderson Bridge section for the lead pack as Famous Wayne goes through turn 12. Watch out for the wall on the inside there, on your left hand side, just coming into the entry of turn 13. You can take a front wheel off very easily there on the outside of that corner, down the Esplanade Bridge and into turn 14, slightly downhill into that section. Big slide out of the back of the Racing Bulls car, and on our way now down to turn 16. And the first lap of 31 has been completed. Fastest lap, of course, for Famous Wayne. Not got himself out of DRS range, though, unfortunately for him. As we go down Raffles Boulevard for the second time, first time with DRS crucially, and Diablo getting closer. Rear light flashing on the back of that Alpine means he was trying to harvest the energy down the straight somewhat. Obviously having DRS does give you that advantage of being able to charge the battery in places. Here you've got quite a few options with that energy deployment and harvesting around here. Of course, you really want to try and get it into none and start charging up that battery, especially out of 13, this long straight, DRS straight, down the Esplanade Bridge towards turn 14, which we go down now. DRS open for the Alpine and the many behind. It doesn't seem like anyone's able to get close enough. All the way down to 16th has DRS. Just such a tricky place to follow, though, of course, Singapore. As we start lap 3, Diablo closer than he's ever been in the opening 2 laps. As we start the third, is he going to get an opportunity down towards turn 7, harvesting the energy again, then fully trying to drain the battery as we go through turn 6, getting closer still to the outside he goes. You can make a move around the outside here at turn 7. Famous Wayne, though, they may have made a bit of contact there. I think they did. Raz and Destroy goes into second place now, and Diablo has a crucial few corners coming up with trying to get out of that DRS range, which he has done. Crucial overtake on the outside. Did he leave Famous Wayne enough room on the inside? Did Famous Wayne outbrake himself a little bit and not really get to the apex? Couldn't really see it, wasn't sure. But 1.4 seconds, really 1.5 seconds almost, closer to then. It's just fluctuating around that 1.415 as of right now, and I'm sure with Diablo having clean air, he might be able to just start heading off into the distance. Got around 10 laps until we really start seeing anyone pit for their one-stop strategy. If anyone is going to do a 2-stop, it's going to be about 4 or 5 laps time to get that first stop done? Will they go to the hards rather than the medium? So anyone potentially doing that 2-stop strategy and then going for that softer of the 2 sets you're going to use for the end with the lower fuel on board, you will overall be quicker. But as I said, the hard tyre is a very, very good race tyre. Race rather than destroy. Thinking about it there, yellow flags flying. That's for RS and Riley, I do believe, as Andrea Borg goes past the Sauber of Fishtech Madam. And Diablo 2 seconds up the road already. Crucial overtake. Unluckily for his rival, Famous Wayne is getting close here with Lynx, who is our leader in the championship. Not actually taking a win so far this season though. Must have done though. Looking at the stats, I'm going to have to query that the next race, but he is our championship leader, Lynx, as it stands right now. 8th place in the running today. Did get that podium, of course. 2nd place in Austria as well. Did Lynx, but going to be stuck in a long old DRS train. I would think it's a race where you make up places where mistakes are made more so than anything else. It's quite a wide street circuit, but it's quite hard to get moves done. Very heavy traction zones out of corners. It's just so rear grip reliant around this place as well. So just getting your exits right, it can mean you stay in your position. Will become more of a struggle later on, of course, when the stint gets a bit longer and the tyre wear starts coming away. Almost 3 seconds the lead now. Diablo, maybe he's so quick that he would have got past regardless of the way he did get past. Whether it was his fault or not, of course, didn't get the clearest of views of it. Chaz Knight Rider getting past Spec Bowell here on the outside. Lovely move. As you see the end pass of it there as they were fighting in to the chicane of 16 and 17. Around the final corner we go. And we're seeing Egolf Hazard getting close. We're not close enough to the back of the Red Bull of the driver Wiggy as he slides out of turn 3. Maybe the grip just starting to fall off already. Tyre pressures, of course, as well, crucial in F1 25. And the top 3 just starting to break away from 4th and below. Atmos got a train of cars behind all the way down to So Pigs Do Fly. As we watch now as they all come through. Down the hill we go into turn 14 and DRS once again. The 4 zones. The 4 zones or 3 zones here? 3. No, it is 4 zones, isn't it? The 4 zones around this place just not overly helping overtaking like you think it should or would. Last year, of course, the DRS until we get active wings next year. I'm not sure if that'll be for the better or worse. Chaz Knight Rider losing places, must have had a bit of an instant in the final couple of corners. Down in 14th now. As the two Williams trying to squabble over positions. Big D eager to get on with it is Andrea Borg. Gets past the Haas into turns. Andrea Borg in the Haas. Oh, they're still fighting away actually. We will go to them. Thought it might have been done and dusted, but Andrea Borg now finally does get it done and dusted, of course, as we just catch, I was going to say the very end, but it had already been done, hadn't it? So the Red Bull at Wiggy and the Racing Bulls of Spec Bell, the sister Red Bull teams, getting a bit up close and personal in the first parts of this second sector. Through turn 13. Spec Bell struggling to get closer there with the DRS. It's not the longest of straights though. From 13 to 14. 5 seconds the lead now between the Alpine and Racing Bull's famous Wayne, who comes into the pits most likely for a two-stop strategy here. And hard tyres, which I don't think will go to the end from here. I'd be very, very surprised. Goes down to 17th. I believe the first driver, maybe Matt up one as well, has pit, just seeing how far away he is. Yes, he has. So only him and famous Wayne have made a pit stop. So is Diablo going for the two-stop as well? He's a lot faster than everyone else, which of course will mean hand in hand that he will have a bit more tyre wear than everyone else. He's pushing on the tyre more, being that little bit quicker, or a lot quicker, being almost 6.5 seconds ahead in around 6 laps, I think, as Rosin Destroy comes in doing a two-stop as well. Will he go on to the hards as well, or would it be the hard tyre for the final stint? Hard tyre for the middle stint. I just think this is too soon for a one stop. So we've got more in the pits. Championship leader linked in and out again, just ahead of the Williams. As the Williams driver comes in. And they all come out down towards the back. Famous Wayne already up in 11th place after all those stops have been done. Oh, someone hit the wall there. That was definitely heard. Over the Unsen Bridge we go. Is anyone else going to opt to do the two-stop? I think if they're going to, it'll be this lap. Will probably be the last lap of those drivers coming in to do a two-stop. Others will try to push on 13, 14, lap 15, something like that for their one-stop strategy. It is quite a long pit stop here. The pit lane length is 419 metres, which is one of the longer ones. 27 to 30 seconds pit stop time, including getting your tyres changed as well and getting that full service. Andrea Borg in as well is Florence Pugh, I was thinking over my head then. Flora Fast coming out as well. Lynx overtaking them. Lap 10 of 31. And it's Big D and Smeckbelg fight over 6th place, yet to pit in this race as well. And Diablo 11 seconds in the lead. Oh, that's interesting. Oh yeah, because they're so close. So we're looking at Diablo. That can't be right, surely. Have I read that wrong? No, maybe we are right. It is a long pit lane. Yeah, a long time you're in that pit lane, and Diablo will be sort of down in about 10th place, 9th place, something like that, around where Famous Wayne is now, who has put the hammer down. Diablo looking like he's going for the one-stop strategy. As Fish Tech Madman gets closer to the Sauber, the three of them here, all very close. It's a good thing, of course, for Diablo as well. These three fighting will, of course, add lap time. Is anyone going to go for a move into 10-14? I'm sure. Well, one of them is going to have to undercut the other, aren't they? And they're both on the medium. As Diablo starts his 12th lap. And neither Sauber pit that lap. We're getting to the point of the one-stop strategy window opening up. And as we just move away from them, always the case. So Pigs Do Fly makes a move into turn 1. Speckbau, 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. It's harsh these last couple of years on the F1 game for pit lane penalties. Almost 13 seconds is the lead now at this point. As I think everyone else has chosen to do the one stop. Mikey GCI ping another. Makes a lot of sense. He did start on the hard tyre. And who was the other driver who started on the hards? Well, it's Big D, who's in 6th, in a good position. And looking quick, crucially, as well. So, out to the final few corners we go. As Fish Tech Madman into the pitch, trundling down at only 36 miles an hour. Just over 50 kph, 55 kph, and coming out of the pits down in, it's going to be close with him and Hazard. Might be 13th, might be 14th. Comes out down in 14th, yellow flag in the first sector. And that's for famous Wayne, who was on a charge, on a 2-stop charge, and it's got a significant amount of wing damage to the front right. And we'll have to pit at the end of this lap. Diablo, 14 seconds or thereabouts in the lead of the race. Not coming in this lap. I think it'll be next lap for the 1-stop. You should be able to get to the end pretty comfortably. The hards, as I said, very good race tyre as well, and super long lasting. I say both dive into the pits, Atmos and So Pigs Do Fly. Battle of the pit crews. Battle on their timing, of course, going down the pit lane. Pretty much same as one another. Where are they going to drop down to on this 1-stop as other drivers go past on the 2-stop strategy? Atmos came out in 10th, fighting with Mikey GTI potentially towards turn 7. As he does have the DRS, will have the warmer tyres as well, but is on very old tyres. Or has he pit again for a new set? No, 13 lap old. So it's going to be no match for the two drivers doing the 1-stop. Gone on to the hards for their final stint as Diablo comes into the pits, won't come out in the lead. Where's he going to come out? I think 6th place. 5th place, sorry. 5th place, I think, is where he's going to come out. But he is doing the 1-stop. It will be interesting what happens later on. Comes out in 4th place. So Lynx wasn't close enough to get to the net race leader, or was at that point, as Raz and Destroy now takes the lead of the race. These guys on a 2-stop strategy. Big D, however, not on a 1-stop. You should be coming in about 2 or 3 laps time. Raz and Destroy going to go to the mediums at the end would be my guess. Going to push hard on these hard tyres and use the grip that he has available to him. Diablo has a nice little bit of clean air ahead of him, just to get a couple of decent lap times in whilst catching up to the top 3. And then he will be the man being hunted at the end of the race when others around him pit for their final stop. I'd be very surprised if Andrea Borg or Merton Destroy stay out till the very end. I'd imagine it's just going to be a qualifying lap after qualifying lap style from the 39 Ferrari that we're watching at the moment in the lead. Just can't see him going to the end. Just don't see him lasting that long, realistically. So we'll probably do another 3 or 4 laps, 4 or 5 laps, should I say, maybe more realistic on the hard tyre. goes to the mediums to the end. Fishtech Madman with a 3-second time penalty. Madman retires in the pit lane, so will be no intervention from VSCs or safety cars. So Diablo, as you would have expected, closing in on the top three quite quickly. Big D will have to pit, so no surprise that he's catching up at a rate of knots. And should have him down Raffles Boulevard. Would be my guess. And it was as easy as tying your shoelaces without overtake. Down to turn 7 and on the charge for the top two. When Andrea Borg, last lap 17 in second place. As you can see, the lead car just up ahead. Through turn 12 up to 13 at the Anderson Bridge. Really on a roll at the moment. So Pigs Do Fly. Right up the back of Egolf Hazard in the Williams. Thought he was going to go for a move at 13 then. DRS open for him. So though for Hazard and Fish behind, who we saw get a 3-second penalty just a moment ago. And a 14 through the left-hander of 15 on the way to 16. DRS open again and on the attack for the Haas driver as he goes to the inside as we see them into view. So Pigs Do Fly stayed on the road. I would argue he should have the position. Hasselhoff went off the track and kept the place. And we have pit lane action. One of the Red Bulls, Apple and Riley, out of the session, and it is a safety car or a VSC? It won't tell us. I believe it's a VSC. So we're just trundling around now, be at 40% pace. And look how close Diablo is, ready to pounce. Andrea Borg did last the whole of lap 17 in that second place position. This would really, if it stays out long enough, this would be the ideal time for Raz and Destroy doing that 2-stop to pit. But I have a sneaking suspicion it is not going to last till the end of lap 18 and on to lap 19. Just at the wrong place at the wrong time. But might be just not the right time to put those mediums on until the end. You never know. I might be all wrong. He might be doing a 1-stop. I just don't see it happening. Green flags flying now. He goes past the pit lane on to lap 19. Diablo, I don't think we'll have DRS this time around. No, he does not. Is that going to be a safety car this time around? It certainly is. If Raz and Destroy does not do a second stop. And at this point, even if he wasn't going to, I think it would be silly. He will come out in third. And Andrea Borg as well. He's going to have to pit. But will Diablo as well? Or will he stay out? As I keep saying, sorry to keep repeating myself, the hard tyres, very, very good race tyre on F125. Used them on, 4 or 5 tracks so far. A lot of them quite different from one another, and they've always been good. Will all 3 of them pit? Will any of them pit? I can't see Razin Destroy and Andrea Borg not pitting, which they do. Is Diablo going to take the risk and stay out? No, he comes in as well. So Razin Destroy, the 2-stop strategies worked well. Is everyone else going to follow suit as well? Our championship leader, he comes in for a stop as well. Razin Destroy takes back the lead position. Is there going to be any double stacking? Oh, spoke too soon. The 2 Saubers have taken first and second. 5 and 6 lap old hard tyres for them. We'll get to the end. Of course, we might have a few laps under the safety car. Might be 2 or 3. It's going to be a stretch though with drivers behind on new mediums. Apart from Resident Destroy, who's gone on to another set of hard tyres. Which I have to admit does surprise me somewhat. But is a good race tyre. So we will see. There is going to be, including this one, 3 laps under the safety car, I would believe. Still got to wait for Mikey GTI, who's still, unfortunately for him, down towards the back of the field. We may get going on the next lap, actually. That might happen. I will be back in about 30 to 60 seconds. Just give me a minute. So I do actually think we're going to get those 3 laps under the safety car. We've got Mikey, who has pit again, and So Pigs Do Fly, who we've seen before this season in Spain, with a late safety car, admittedly later that time around, go on to a set of softs. So he's the only driver who has decided to go that direction. And literally, for the other 14 drivers, it's a 50-50 split on hards and medium tyres. Only 3 of those drivers are on used sets, all of those being drivers on the hards. So going to do one more lap as So Pigs Do Fly just caught up to the back, just as we got to the pit lane entry, so far too late. We do see them go, call it ridiculously late for a safety car in this lap. But we will do one more lap, so we'll get going on lap 23 and 9 laps to go, if my maths is right. And So Pigs Do Fly pits again for a set of mediums. Interesting. He won't have warm tyres when he catches up to the back of the pack, that's for sure. And I wonder if he will time it, is what he's doing. So he's just coming out slowly out of the pit lane. And sort of go a bit faster, a bit of weaving going on, as you can see. And he's about 2 corners away from the back of the field. And I will presume out of this corner, we'll probably just start thinking about putting the hammer down. Come on, Pigs, we don't want to be doing another lap. I think he might have timed this perfectly. He has. And his course up to the back. Lovely warm tyres underneath him. And it could be rapid once the green flag flies and we get underway with Tech Madman getting us underway. Of course, it's a Sauber 1-2. Will that be to the end? I think that might be a bit of a stretch. And out of turn 17 we go. And Fish bolts out of there and on to lap 23. And Atmos already under threat from Raz and Destroy as we go into turn 1. He thinks about it, and Diablo certainly thinks about a move. I think he cut over the apex of turn 1. Thinks about a move into the next corner. Is Atmos, as you saw ahead, trying to defend and then goes deep into the corner and loses the position to the Ferrari, and he's going to lose another position to Andrea Borg, maybe 2 positions to Andrea Borg and Diablo as well as they both go for it. 3 into turn 7, and Atmos somehow able to keep that position as Diablo tries to go around the outside. Brave move from him there. Is Atmos doing an absolute win for his teammate here as they both try to go through. Diablo does, and Andrea Borg, now on the outside of turn 11, does get the move done, and Atmos being very, very aggressive, losing out on places here, and now down in 8th place with Lynx just been able to overtake him before the braking zone of 13. Then Chaz Knight Rider on the exit of 13, able to get that place as well. Atmos has gone from 2nd to 9th in a handful of corners, and Raz and Destroy looking like to take the lead place potentially into this corner without DRS available until the end of this lap. Would have been done with the DRS open, of course, and we'll probably wait till turn 7, lap 24 of 31. Fish Tech Madman still leads. Raz and Destroy in second. The two drivers around him have got time penalties. Diablo with 3 seconds, so is Fish. Down Raffles Boulevard we go. DRS open for Raz and Destroy. Closer, closer, close enough to go to the inside. And did Fish go off the track? Oh, Raz and Destroy tries to go for it. The two Saubers have had their elbows out since the end of this safety car. Lap 24 of 31. Just over a handful of laps to go. Into the Anderson Bridge section, 10, 11 and turn 12 done and dusted. Now into that left-hander of turn 13. You have to go slightly right though, remember, before taking that left-handed hairpin of turn 13. Over the Esplanade Bridge, DNS are able again for Raz and Destroy. Thinks about a move at turn 14. But was not close enough. It is close enough this time around. I said he might have got it done with the DRS last lap. He does get it done this time around. And Raz and Destroy takes the lead of the race. And Diablo on the exit of the final corner also takes the place as well. Andrea Borg closing in at a rapid pace there in the braking zone. Thought he was actually going to take the rear wing off of that Sauber. As we go into turn 5, Andrea Borg looking to the outside, maybe just opening up the corner to get a better exit and have a stronger straight line speed as we get to turn 7 through turn 6 on Raffles Boulevard. And Andrea Borg up into second place. Raz and Destroy, third place, sorry. Raz and Destroy fighting for first place with second. Diablo at turn 7 as well. The McLaren of Fiora Fast just poking out there, going down the Anderson Straight. Diablo, remember, has 3 seconds. You'll have to serve at the end of the race. It's looking good for Raz and Destroy. Hasn't had a single podium this season just yet. Diablo will have to get this done sooner rather than later. He has got pressure from behind with Andrea Borg as well. Has Raz made the call of the night going onto the hards at the end? Will Diablo be able to get past this time around to the outside? Massive overspeed with the DRS, able to get the move done. When we cross the line next time around, there will be 5 laps to go. Will Diablo be able to break away very quick in that opening stint before all the pit stops started to happen? I think he was about 12 seconds, 10 to 12 seconds in the lead at that point. Again, another driver this season without a win. But in this final part of the race, in his final stint of the race with 5 laps to go now, doesn't look able to be able to extend his lead. The two behind still keeping him reined in. Andrea Borg might be going for a move. They both might be going for a move here into the next corner as Raz and Destroy and Andrea Borg have to fight for second place. Into the next sequence of corners we go. Still fighting for position. Andrea Borg able to take the place. And crucially now, they need to work together not to lose DRS. Because once Diablo got out of it last time, he was unstoppable in that first stint. Has that cost them dearly? They're not going to have DRS next time around. Raz and Destroy. Looks like he'll get the move done down here with Andrea Borg having a mistake on the exit of turn 13. No. Every second goes past, every corner goes past. Diablo able to make crucial time with under a handful of laps to go now. 4 to go as we cross the line. And Raz and Destroy knows he needs to get past Andrea Borg and hope the swing in grip levels as Fish ends up pitting and retiring from the race. The two Sauers were 1 and 2 at the restart just a second ago. Before Fish retired, they were 14th and 15th, penultimate position and last. Raz and Destroy not able to get close enough that time around, but Diablo not really able to get down the road this time around, and there's that 3-second penalty lingering over him with 3.5 laps to go. Are these two going to be able to get back within that window? Raz and Destroy going to get closer this time around. So close. Could be close enough this time. It certainly is. DRS available. Andrea Borg going to make him work for it though. On the outside. They both know they're fighting for a win as long as they keep within 3 seconds, which is starting to get away from them. Diablo's thinking all the time, just keep fighting, chaps. Just keep fighting. There's only a second or so I need to get to be able to get the win. 3 laps to go. Again, Raz and Destroy does look quicker than Andrea Borg. Is he going to have the overspeed on the outside? No, again, Andrea Borg just so quick in a straight line, just able to hold on for long enough down Raffles Boulevard. It's Diablo going to do it again. Take the lead position and wave goodbye and drive off into the midnight. Out of turn 14, Esplanade Bridge done and dusted for the 29th time. DRS open once again for Raz and Destroy. Got a move done here earlier on, but isn't able to get close enough, and they're almost out of that 3-second window. And here goes Raz and Destroy, thinks about it, into that corner. This time, he needs to get it done. Not got long to go. Around 5 miles left to race around here. So Pigs Do Fly retires and leaves the session on board with Raz and Destroy, who crucially can't get close enough. Needs to put his battery into harvesting mode for the rest of this lap and then absolutely go for it in the final, and just hope that he's got to remember he's on those hards. He's going to have the better tyres now at this point, certainly. Just needs to have the confidence to get past Andrea Borg. T3 got that 3 seconds now. It's agonising for Raz and Destroy. Andrea Borg putting up an almighty defence with the straight line capabilities of that Haas. Down towards turn 16 we go. All the battery's been used up by Raz and Destroy. Andrea Borg got about half a tank of battery for his final lap. Got to get in that 3 second window though, boys. Got to get in that window. 1 lap to go. Longest race of the season, of any season, in Singapore still, even with the alterations from 23. It's been a long old evening, getting close to an hour of racing around this place. And they're really starting to try and ramp up the pace. But of course, Raz and Destroy will try and fight for the place as well. So they need to get really within 2.5 seconds and do it within a few corners. As I said, agonisingly close. It's going to be so close at the end. And I don't think they're going to have enough. It might just be a fight for second place. Here's Raz and Destroy going to get the place down to 16. No, he's had closer attempts. Are either of them going to be able to pass him? Diablo comes out to the line. He's potentially won the Singapore Grand Prix. Here comes Andrea Borg, and he takes the win by half a second. It's Andrea Borg and Raz and Destroy. Diablo in the end must have had 6 seconds. He did. I thought he only had 3. It really was a battle between Andrea Borg and Raz and Destroy. Apologies, I thought he only had 3 seconds. So that's your top 3: Andrea Borg, Raz and Destroy, and Big D. Just waiting for Atmos to finish. Here he comes up to the line. And there is your race winner, Andrea Borg, taking his first win of the season on his return from a week off. Takes the win in round 5. And after all that excitement, we have got to pick a driver of the day for that one. I think we're going to have to go for Big D. Oh, sorry. Not Big D. We're going to go with, we'll find out in just a second, Big D. Starting from 15th and took a podium spot. Fantastic result from him. And that's why he is second in the championship. Could be leading the championship. Top 10 is as follows: Andrea Borg, Raz and Destroy, Big D, Diablo, Lynx, Chaz, Hazard, RS, Famous Wayne, Wiggy, Mike in 11th, 12 Atmos, 13th Fast, So Pixie 5 14th, 15th was Fish, Speckberg, Riley, Matt F1, all did not finish the race. We'll be back tomorrow night with Senna, DCS Senna, still for F1 Power Grid, of course. and that will be Saudi Arabia tomorrow night, and then back for Austria in the Apex Performance Series on Thursday nights at 8:30 for their Geo tier. And got some news coming up about the Apex Performance Series coming up at some point as well. So thanks very much for watching. Keep subscribing to the channel. Until next time, we'll see you then.